So I bought something secondhand, and I get a lot of my stuff secondhand for FPV. This is a hobby. This is not, this is not something that makes me money. And so I try not to spend too much money. But the one thing that I am trying to do is take videos slightly more professionally. I needed something a little bit better than my Insta360 Go 1, the version 1. It's great, but the video footage isn't very good. So I needed something a little bit better. I think the stabilization is a bit better on here. This is the Caddx Peanut. So thank you to Yaku from the Outlaws group for sending this to me. Sorry, I said the Caddx Peanut, it's the Caddx Peanut. So if you weren't in the loop when this thing came out, this is an Insta360 Go 2 that has been modified for FPV. So the main takeaways with this is that it is reinforced for FPV. Unfortunately, loses waterproof coverage, but get little record button on the device. Did also come with connectors. This one comes with a power connector, but it also came with FPV connectors. He didn't have that anymore. Obviously got destroyed with drones and etc. But what he has sent me is in pretty good condition. Shame he's cleaned it up as best he could. It's been through the walls a little bit, you can see. Not too bad, a few scuffs and a bit dirty and all that, but looking pretty good. So one of the things about this compared to the version 1 is, I think the Go 2 also has this, is it's got replaceable lens covers. So my Go 1 has got a few scuffs and stuff on the lens. This is a clear lens. I am actually just straight away going to put the 32 ND filter on. Let's just see it. That should have a... See, I don't think he's ever used these NDs. Oh, hang on. He has used the... What is this one? This is a 16. This is an 8. Yeah, so I'm going to go with what he did. Give this a little clean, and I'm going to go with 16 and just leave that on. So one of the downsides to buying these now in 2024 is that it has been discontinued. I think it financially, commercially was a failure. The plastic you can feel is a lot more like sturdy than had you bought Insta360 Go. It's built to take knocks. So that's good. So yeah, they have discontinued these. So if you're a DIY kind of guy, you can actually build the FPV connector, which is what I'm going to do. So the idea with this is that everything works via the USB goodie. So charge it here with the USB-C. You can use the cable to get your files to your computer, and then you use the Insta360 Go app to control it and to do all the fancy things that the Insta360 Go does. What is my logic behind buying this in 2024? The logic is that it is cheaper. So it's going to be 2,000 Rand as opposed to if I got the Insta360 Go 2, secondhand probably 4,000, maybe if I'm lucky. A friend wanted to sell me the Insta360 Go 3 for just over 5,000 Rand. So I'm making a huge saving here. Obviously this thing, it was built for FPV, so it's a little bit banged up, which is a bit of a downside for me. I did my research. All of these things are buildable. I can 3D print the cover for this even. Because I've saved now, it's not super expensive. I can dedicate this to a drone. I've got my Cinewhoop, which is what I'm going to start doing my more sort of like, not professional, but I want to make nicer videos for people. So that's what this is for. And then that's what this is going to be dedicated to. So this is going to be mounted on here. I might even build a dedicated wired battery charger to the flight controller. And so this will be my cinematic drone. Again, cost saving. I like the Insta360 Go 2 system, the Caddx Peanut. Because it's small, I can use a smaller drone to get pretty decent footage. So this isn't as good as a GoPro, and ideally the end game is to use it for a GoPro, but because I'm not making money out of this, I think this is a happy medium. Also, the other thing, all these decisions are cost saving. So the other thing is a lot of people are moving digital. I've stuck with analog because it is cheaper. And so, if you go with something like Walk Snail, you're probably going to get comparable footage to this with the Walk Snail. I still think this is going to be better. I've weighed out the pros and cons, and I still think sticking with analog, going with a dedicated camera for my HD video is still the best way to go. I talk a lot about these Darwin FPV drones. I can buy a new drone for cheaper than I can build a drone. And so I can use these drones, and they are starting to do digital, but mostly analog drones, and it saves me a hell of a lot of money. So anyway, Caddx Peanut 2024. I'm pretty excited about using this as my dedicated video drone.